Okay, we have your drawing from yesterday, your octopus. And today we are going to need crayons and a Sharpie and an eraser. So the first part of your job is to trace over all of your lines. So make sure you're happy with everything before you put that Sharpie on, because once that Sharpie is on, you are committed. So there's no erasing. So go ahead and figure out if you need to change anything. I almost always make a few changes when I'm using my Sharpie, as you can see, because I have these pencil lines that are now showing. And so my next step is to grab my eraser, and I'm going to go ahead and erase all of those lines that are showing. We need to get rid of them, because if we don't and we paint over them or we try to color over them, they will still show, and we don't want them showing. So any obvious pencil line that you see with your eyeballs, please erase it. Okay, our next step is to go ahead and grab our crayons. And we're going to add some texture and some interest to our octopus today. Let's start out with a warm color. Now the octopus is supposed to be a pinkish reddish color. So I'm going to grab orange to do a few spots and add some interest. And I have a couple different colors of orange. So I'm going to do some with this brighter orange, and I'm going to do some with a deeper red orange. And we want to basically create sort of a pattern, a texture that's going to make our octopus look a little more 3D, a little more curved. So let's go on the right side of his head, the part that's closest to us, and let's go ahead and add some circles. Now the little tiny dots can be colored in solid, and then I would love for you to make some dots that are open. And these open dots are going to end up getting filled in with paint, and it's going to look really cool. Now you do want to press hard. Those two legs in the back, please don't put any orange on them. The orange is only for the tops of the legs that are facing us. They're on our side of the octopus. All right, there's a good variety there, opened and closed. And now I'm going to add in a second orange so that I can make this even more interesting. Now you can see I'm not doing like every part of the octopus, just enough to make it pop a little bit, look a little more three-dimensional. Filling in some of my spaces. I'm even adding a third orange. I like the variety. There we go. All right, that looks good. I'm happy with that. So those were my oranges. And now we're going to move on, and we're going to do those back legs that are on the other side. Basically, we are seeing the underneath part of them. And so I want to do a different color that's going to sort of look like it's in shadow. So I'm going to play with some violets, some purples. Let me see what I have to work with here. This is like a blue-violet color. And I want to do the same sort of patterns, the same sort of shapes. I'm going to do different sizes. The little ones I'm going to color in. The bigger ones I'm going to leave them open, like an O. And I'm mostly going to put them up towards the top of the leg. You can see I'm not making any of these little circles way down at the bottoms. I'm going to grab another bluish color and add a few more. There, that looks good to me. Okay, the last thing we're going to do with the crayon today is the background. So I'm going to use different purples and blues, and I'm going to add bubbles. And I want variety. So I want you to play with this, some big, some small. And you don't want to space them out evenly. You don't want it to look like polka dots. You want it to look more like bubbles. I'm going to fast forward this, and you can see I'm playing with the different sizes, some big, some small, spreading them around all over the background. All right, going to switch over to blues because I want variety. Variety in color and variety in size, because that's going to make this even more interesting. I'm already loving the way this looks. I hope you're excited. This is going to be so cool when we're done with it. Don't forget in between the legs, little spaces. All right. Once you are happy with all of your marks, your crayon marks, and it's Sharpied, you are done for today. I'll see you tomorrow for part 3.